That's funny. Well, sort of, except for the part where it's just a YouTube video. Ah. Computer's going really fast. Hold on. And we have, who did I miss already? Looks like there was a lot of people jumped in when I went looking. Drager, hello. Gold Star, Frank Burns. Computer's going really fast. Oh, that's like, I forgot to do the thing. There, that's better. Drager, Gold Star, Frank Burns, Silver Star. You don't get one. West Wind, Bronze Star, Boski, Sheriff. Dash Out. What's up, Dash Out? You can be a sheriff too. Boski and Dash Out both get to be sheriffs. Y'all can be like deputy sheriffs. Oh, seriously? Yeah, I got no control over the ads, man. I'm making notes for a video about the ads and stuff. I don't got any control. Half the time when I go to BA stuff, it's how to be more in touch with your feminine side, and it's a guy talking. Or, just because you're trapped, stuff. I'll go to West Wind, not West Wind, but, some of the like prepper channels, gun channels and stuff. That'll be for like how to be okay in your skin as who you are. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a dude. And that's makeup. And, that level you got to do the, don't do cardio. It's bad for your testosterone levels. Ads that are like 10 minutes long. And you click on a 5-minute video and you want to have to sit through a 10-minute ad, which isn't an ad. It's one of their YouTube videos that they're paying to have played. But, anyway. Cool. What's up, folks? How's everybody's not quite Christmas Day? So far. I'm eating candy and drinking coffee. So mine's okay. I bailed on y'all really pretty much Friday night. That was not a very good live stream. Bailed on y'all Saturday. Wasn't around much Sunday. And, I was like, hey, I can go live. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here drinking coffee and eating candy. So. Yeah, fat guy telling you not to do cardio. Okie dokie. Got home to a house full of grandbabies and hung out with them, played with them for a while. I no longer have a Mac 10. It's gone the way of the grandchildren. And Pop Pop. He called it Uzi. So what do you have an Uzi for? Just cause? I don't really need it. Why? He says, well, could I see it? And that's fun. So I don't have a toy gun anymore. I left 2 Nerf guns. I guess I could switch for that. Had fried chicken for lunch. Took the missus out for a quality meal. Had fried chicken and fried okra and fried biscuits and fried honey and fried mashed potatoes and still ain't figured out how they fry the gravy yet. It was a little greasy, we must confess. I washed my hands and I still can't hold on to nothing. It was good. Oh, Henry 22. Mrs. Rob, Happy Hair has a Stevens Model 66. 22. It was a sweet little rifle. But she caught me looking at it and she said I couldn't steal it. So, yeah, I'm not a friend anymore. No, we had the fair's already come and gone.
Just local.
Yeah, probably in a skillet. And they make it's one of the more local places or whatever. They're you can't get it anywhere in the U.S. Just places in Texas. It's not Kentucky Fried. It's really good chicken. Their chicken's smaller than the other places' chicken, but it tastes better. The other places' chicken is the same price, and you actually get more food for your dollar, but it doesn't taste. It tastes like they put flour and then fried it. It's like, don't you dare put salt and pepper on that chicken. I never figured that out. Why do you not eat at KFC? There, dash out.
We don't have a KFC.
We don't have a KFC anyway. Yeah, you're north of the Mason-Dixon line too, Wes. We don't talk to people like that. So I want to know what's wrong with KFC. I mean, now y'all in a different state. KFC here is pretty good, especially when you can go right next door at the same counter and get taco.
Have you ever been into one of those places that has KFC and a Taco Bell in one building?
Yeah, the tacos are nasty. Tastes like chicken. No, that's any place. Even when you go to United. Pocket full of, you want to see some growth hormone food stuff or whatever? You want to see something? Hey, where'd I go? My face disappeared. Hey, I stopped broadcasting that. You cannot end my stream. What's wrong with you? Oh, it was telling me it was going to end my stream if I did, and I did. And there, don't be acting like that. That's not cool. The caw thing was something that came up in mine and Rob's little adventure. We're like, I thought it was going. Hey, Bitty Boo. Merry Christmas to you, too. I mean, Merry Winter Holiday. Because I'm being inclusive. I'm including everybody. Taco Hut? Yeah. My computer's not able to keep up. I'm loading. I'm trying to edit that video and do this live stream. I forgot I was trying to edit the video when I went live. Let me see how far along it is. Still about halfway and about 53% of processing for the video. So, and I can't show y'all because the old boy that's doing it, he's like, there's two rednecks with guns, so I can't show y'all that. Actually, one redneck with two guns, technically. And one redneck with a spotter scope and Kool-Aid. We were drinking Kool-Aid. We just didn't want to bring out the good glasses. Yeah, we have Taco Bell, Kentucky Fried Chickens, and there's a couple of places that's Pizza Hut, and tacos, and then a couple that are pizza and fried chicken. And I ain't figured out. I mean, Fried chicken's fried chicken, people. Hey, Rooster. Um, all right, Chipper. Merry Christmas. Send our love to your family. Enjoy your meal. Taco Bell, KFC, and some seafood food. Well, I've never seen seafood in a KFC before. I think KFC messed up when they did that partnership thing, sharing the building thing. It was supposed to be, the wave of the future. And I don't think it really worked out that well. Um, how many of you people are looking forward to watching me eat a crane? Or, well, cook and eat a crane. You've already seen me shoot it. Well, sort of. You've seen me shoot into the sun anyway. Yeah, if y'all don't want to stick around or whatever, it's cool. I mean, I just thought I'd go live, give everybody a chance to say Merry Christmas and all that stuff to each other. We don't have any more Christmas stuff to do until tomorrow morning, and then our holidays will be over pretty much. We got to go not destroy Christmas for the grandkids.
Crane?
Who said that?
I think Biddy is saying the crane doesn't sound good.
What, crane? They're supposed to be delicious. I ain't never eaten one. Considering how the bruise on my shoulder and the amount of lead that I fertilized the wheat fields with and stuff, I hope it's pretty good. Be careful, Dash. You know, sometimes when you start hunting stuff like that, they fight back. Oh no, there's a spook ton of meat on that bird. Yeah. Yeah, you don't really need you don't need a spouse. It makes life better when you find one, but you find somebody you want to have as a spouse. You don't decide you want a spouse and then try looking for one. But that's just me. I mean, it's your world. If you want to go like try to find somebody that's on you.
Wait, what's that? Matt said can't stay. Just wanted to say hi and wish everyone.
Happy Hanukkah. Oh wait, Matt's not Jewish. I used to be like a long time ago in a valley far, far away. I was one of those guys that it's Merry Christmas. It's not Happy Holidays. Then it occurred to me Happy Holidays is probably better. Just that's all. That's why I say Happy Holidays because well, yeah, not everybody celebrates Christmas, but almost everybody celebrates some form of holiday right now. And is that we don't really celebrate Christmas or whatever. Who knows? And I figured, lighten up a little bit. I used to just not say anything, but that seemed rude. It's taken it. This year's been weird on me saying Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and stuff to people. It's really been weird. But it ain't killed me yet, so maybe it's making me stronger. I don't know. Stronger or weaker, humbler, something. It's doing something to me. Yeah, Tommy boy, I actually like that. TB Nons actually sounds like a little robot, man. You need to get your little icon out there, make it a little robot, dude. Yeah. Where's this TB Non? Kind of like get you a picture of Chappie and put over there. Happy winters, solstice. Happy the days are going to get longer now instead of shorter to you too, Aaron. We had one more minute of hunting time on Sunday than we did on Saturday.
Well, I don't understand why everybody gets so offended when people say Happy Holidays. Because, I mean, you have Christmas Eve, then Christmas Day, then New Year's Eve, all lumped together. That's more than one day. So, I mean, I don't see why a holiday is bad.
There's a big old thing, and then there was the whole Xmas thing, and this, that, and everything else. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird when you realize that it's just the big mega churches trying to stir up some stuff, trying to pull their flock together. That's.
Matt, I said back to family time. Love you all, Mary. After we tried to give spouse to that.
So first you try to give the missus away, and then you decide you're going to go spend family time. Oh, you mean family time? You're going to go help her pack. You're a thoughtful individual.
Oh, jeez.
Here's your stuff. Here's your bus ticket to Alabama or Georgia. Here's your bus ticket to Georgia in a suitcase, baby. I'm keeping the baby. Dash, change your address. Do not sign for the big refrigerator-sized box that's rattling and kicking and screaming. It's when you open it, something's gonna come out mad. Yeah. Yeah. West Wind's one of them pagan dudes. He's a Yankee pagan, a pagan Yankee. A pagan Yankee. He's a Yankin, a Yagan.
I don't know if I'm him.
Mean Yankees are not that bad, but an angry Yankee, an angry Queens or Bronx girl or something like that. You smell them. Yeah, it's not going to be good. I lived up there for a while, and lived up in Newark, New Jersey, and yeah, some of them northern girls. I thought Southern girls were bad. Southern girls try to kill you with kindness or sugar. They're a little bit more direct up there. Yep, he knows where to send her. That's funny. Is that depends. Depends how you're feeling that day, Rooster, I guess. But y'all be careful about taking bad advice. Just saying. I had to change the subject now. Y'all want to see the cover of the most confusing book on the planet? This thing. We'll give you a headache. Merry Christmas. Bikes and bullets. Hey, Smoking. Merry Christmas to you and your herd. Your ball team. Enjoy it. Did the water ever go back down? Are you able to walk on dry land yet? Yeah, if so, we need a video. I'll second that one. Hey, do it just for the video. You can make it G-rate. Just put on a loincloth. Put on like a little ferret or mink's loincloth or whatever. Dance around in your what do you call them? Your spandex biker shorts, wearing your minks or ferret or whatever with your horns on. I'd pay $1 for it. You did that. I'm not gonna do it. I have more self-respect than that. There's no way I'm gonna put on some silly suit and walk around out in the bushes. It's just not gonna happen.
That's too much me. Walk around and go on.
There you go. This is not it. Pretty sure I tried to light it once. How many of y'all ever gone crane hunting in here? Or let's equate crane hunting with goose hunting. Crane hunting or goose hunting?
What am I going crane hunt or goose hunt just to shut them up?
Something spooked them a while ago, and they flew almost over the house. And then it's like they saw me, and they all banked and turned because I was when they flew towards the house. I reached to the back of the truck. I was going to grab the shotgun. I'm like, I'll drop one of you right here. I don't got a problem with it. All right, Biddy, have a good day. Have a good year. Have an excellent the rest of the year and an excellent all next year. And if anybody gets you like firearms and you don't want them for Christmas, you can send them to me. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. So how far out do you have to, how far can your shotgun reach or whatever? All I have is stuff that I use for dove hunting, and the gun does not reach far enough for these things. Ah. Now, I could have got me some ducks yesterday, but I thought, man, we're not going to see any ducks this year. I'm not going to pay $16 for a duck stamp. Go crane hunting, and there's like 30 or 40 ducks flying in every 10 minutes. I'm like, the little pond behind us or whatever, you couldn't see the water. The water level was coming up. We were afraid we were going to drown because there were so many ducks landing in it. And neither one of us had a duck stamp. See you, Dash out. That, no, I don't. I don't have silver. Oh, I didn't realize it was that. I was just like, it's my pocket honing stone. I fiddle with stuff. See, I got
And drones.
I would imagine on drones. I was shooting with 30-inch barrel, but it's 2 3/4, and because they're big birds, you get a big shot, so you got less pellets, and these things were not coming below 50 yards most of the time. Well, 6 birds came in below the 50-yard mark, and one of them fell down, and 2 of the others lost some feathers, but they don't fall down. So maybe we just aren't any good at hunting. I mean, it was my first time. I didn't really know how far to lead them or anything like that. Uh, that one Rob hit. I mean, he knocked a lot of feathers off of it, but then the shell didn't eject. Right, he was using his granddad's gun or whatever, or dad's gun. Granddad's gun. Anyway, when he hit it, the shell didn't flip out. It did a 180 thing anyway, and he didn't get his second shot off. Well, we got all kinds. That's what I'm saying. Most confusing book on the planet. All kinds of rules. And me and Rob got into a rather long discussion about how this comes into being. I mean, I wish there was a better way to do it than the Bureau of whoever, the Parks and Wildlife people. I wish it wasn't a bureau, but can you imagine if it was politicians trying to set up these laws? You would have to put out signs out there that read in bird language or whatever what was fixing to happen, and realize that if they proceed, they'd have to have time. You'd have to give them time to read it, so you'd have to let them fly by once so they could read it, and then make sure you were only shooting at the birds that had flown over the sign twice to make sure that they understood that they were flying into a kill zone, so that they were doing it of their own free will, and that you weren't infringing on their rights as free citizens of the world. And yeah. Painted beer cans. What do painted beer cans do? I tried using my crane as a decoy, but I don't know. I don't think it worked. I mean, like this, it's sunset. The second the sun touches the horizon, the hunt's over. The birds don't congregate and come in to where you can get a shot at them until sundown, or until 5 or 10 minutes before sundown. I could see 30 minutes after sunset, where the sun's half gone. I could see, boom, okay, that's it. Or maybe sundown, where the last of the sun had been covered by the horizon. That's fair. Okay, you need to quit shooting now. Let the birds come in on the last of the light. Yada yada yada. But make it to where you're not going to get a shot at the birds because they're all still flying at 1,500 feet. Hey, just ate.
If an animal happens to step in front of me, I'll target. Frankly, used to paint beer cans.
West Wind, retract that statement, but it shall never leave my memory. Thank you. Yellow spray paint. It's in here.
Oh, that you can't do that?
You cannot manipulate the field in such a way as to attract the birds to fly lower. I hate that book.
That whole field beside us is full of hay, and they come landing it all the time.
But that's legal because it was harvested or it was manipulated for cattle feed. It was not deliberately manipulated for whatever. Hold on, I gotta text Rob, tell him to get some yellow spray paint. Yellow?
Well, but his grandpa used to do that because back then there wasn't rules about not tricking the birds.
So, hold on. What if you just drink Coors, which is sort of yellow? You haven't done, and you just like you're a litter bug. Litter, they can't take your truck and your gun away for littering. They can just fine you, right? Problem solved. Yeah. Like that whole stop sign thing. That's so stupid. There's I mean, there's why shouldn't the other guy have to stop? I don't like following the rules either, but I do because, well, they're out there. I try to. Sometimes I break them, but not deliberately.
We can't bake very, but if I spill my breakfast, right?
Right, there you go. Accidents happen. If I am carrying the groceries across the pasture for exercise and happen to drop a jar of molasses on that big rock back there and it breaks, there's nothing I can do about that. Accidents happen.
Well, see, all you got to do is feed the chickens that go over here to the field. Just take some scratch and go feed the chickens over there. Because our chickens are right there in the field. Just saying.
You need to stop right now.
I was hoping.
Walmart's already. Oh, I got an hour to get to Walmart and get spray paint.
Your scope's broken anyway.
I don't need a scope. I just need a shotgun. I'm gonna put that ghillie suit on to go out there, laid out in the middle of the field, put a bunch of beer cans around me when they're flying to see what it is. Surprise, sucker! And then hope one of them doesn't land on me. I don't want a 20-pound bird landing on me. Oh, that hurt. Especially if he lands beak first. Hey, LS. Yeah, and see, we can build a blind. We actually built a blind yesterday, but we didn't start out hunting like that. We tried to use natural color, which or cover, and that's the one bird we got. That's how that happened. But it's like they broadcast each other or something. I think all the stupid cranes have been shot a long time ago. These are all smart ones. They're really pretty bird up close. They're not gray and black like you think. They're pretty.
That's with.
Yeah. Happy 50th birthday, Mrs. or Mama LS. Yeah, I'm really hating myself for not thinking of that yellow thing now.
Amy from Florida.
Hello, Amy from Florida. Hope you have an excellent, don't get eaten by the alligator day. I miss fishing in Florida. I ain't gonna lie about that. Thank you. I have a very pretty laugh. Okay, I looked at the weather before I went to Rob's to go hunt. I'll tell you that story. It was like not supposed to be that bad, right? Okay, so I go up there, and on the way there, the weather forecast completely changed. I'm like, what? And so when I get there, he's like, "What'd you bring your cold weather gear?" And I'm like, "Well, no, it's supposed to be like 50 in the morning." He says, "No, they changed it. It's going to be 30." Look, oh, I ain't too bad because it's supposed to warm up fast. Yeah, they started at 32, but it had like a 10 or 12 mile per hour steady wind or whatever coming right across your ears. I'm working on the video. Y'all get to see it later, but I mean, I had to come up with something to wrap up my. And I wore this jacket, and I didn't have a hood. I left my beanie here, so all I had was my crush hat and a windsock. And right here, my ears got cold, so I got cold. Anyway, yeah, lost my wedding ring on the hunt. Got cold and it slipped off my finger at some point.
Westwind said, should I do a video on drilling trigger lock?
I'm not 100% sure what trigger locks are. That's up to you. YouTube's not gonna let it show out. So, well, it might on your channel. They might leave you alone on a small one. I've got man, I've got a ton of videos that have unfit for ads or whatever on them, and I don't know what I did. So, yeah. Ha ha ha, Mrs. West. I really did lose my ring. It's driving me nuts. You just think it's funny to make me feel bad. I got a backup ring in there, so I'll put it on. Oh, those kind of locks. I don't even own one of those.
I have a lock on a shotgun. I lost the key.
He's talking about those red locks we put on the triggers. You know, whenever we go.
The one I have.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, the one that actually goes in the trigger hole or whatever, and you can't. I mean, it locks your trigger all the way up. I think those are the dumbest ever. But some states you have to have them if you want a gun.
Yeah.
So, this one.
I mean, if you lose a key and need to get it's your gun, I don't see why it would be a bad thing to drill it.
Yeah, you can show people. Well, drilling it's perfectly legal, but make sure you put on why you're having to drill it out. I mean, it's something people need to know. You know, it's not like you're teaching the criminals. It's because I wouldn't know how to drill one out without tearing up the trigger. Did you get your Glock? I was just gonna play with it. I don't need to be playing with a gun on the live stream. You never let me have anything. Yeah, that's the video I'm working on right now. I went shooting while I was up there. Because we've got me and my son got permission to go hunting hogs, and I was gonna make sure my deer rifle was in, and I'm changing the magnification on the scope, and the crosshairs just, I'm turning it, running the magnification up as I'm watching, and the crosshairs literally they kick over. And I'm like, okay, that can't be good. Went in and took a couple of shots like that, and yeah, it's off. It was got it pretty much on where I knew it was. We were shooting at 100 yards, and I had it to. I'd gotten it to where it was shooting at a couple. It was still like 3 or 4 inches high, but it was on line. And decided to change the magnification, and found that, and then took a couple shots at that, and it was like, whoa, it was off. So. LS, I'd take that to a locksmith. They should be able to match the specific lock to the serial number to a key. They should be able to pull you a key code and make a key for it.
I'm not sure.
Well, let me see who's asking. Truth free. Well, the next day there was a 1/8 of an inch of frost on everything. Yeah, it was cold the next day. Sunday we froze till about 10 o'clock.
Do you have a rigger to WR single 6 by any?
We need stove and water purification know-hows. Water purification is really not that hard. I've done a couple in the past. I don't mind rehashing it. What? Oh, DIY wood stoves are really not that complicated. I mean, the parts still cost a little bit. You can get everything you need. Well, you used to. Last year, you could order anything you needed to turn a regular 55-gallon drum into a wood-burning stove for $20. You needed the drum, and you have to have a way of cutting the drum that does not produce a spark, because you don't have. I mean, cutting into a drum is a very, if it had soap or sugar or syrup or whatever, which you're not usually going to find in the metal drums. In the metal drums, it's usually a chemical of some sort, and most chemicals are either noxious when they're heated or flammable. And you try cutting into a metal barrel that had mineral spirits in it with a torch, and you could wind up dead. Been to the funeral.
Westland's had a 22 long rifle singles. We have a 22.
Yeah, 22 long run or single six is perfectly acceptable. It's up.
No, he's saying, do you have one?
Do I have one? No, I do not. I have a 17 ATMR single six. And that's fun. That's really fun. It's really loud, though. It's not very accurate. The way they actually made the gun, I would have preferred the same gun, but in a 22 Magnum, honestly. But the trade I made on it was great. I traded a rifle I had no use for a pistol that is fun to shoot. So
I have a 22.
You have a
But mine's
22.
a double.
Yours is a double 9.
Oh.
You're very pretty today, by the way.
Okay.
The correct phrase is thank you, not okay. Well, if you saw a dead coyote, it wasn't done with a 17. This, that's what goes in my Chiapa single 6, which is neck down 22 Magnum. That little piece of lead is going fast. People make the mistake of buying a bull barrel for these, and I honestly I don't like the way bull barrels shoot. Don't like them. And if you're like bang, 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 the more bangs you get, the hotter the barrel gets, the longer the barrel stays hot. And then the slower the barrel cools back down, so you never know where the next shot is going to go because you don't know what temperature your barrel is. Standard barrel, it heats up the same speed, but then it cools down. You can learn the hot to cold on the barrel is like whatever. If you're just going to shoot 1 or 2 shots, you're all right. But no, I don't like a bull barrel. And I could be wrong. I'm not, like I say, I'm not an expert on rifling and shooting and stuff like that. Trust me, you'll see the video. I'm not a sniper or nothing. 10 years ago, you did not want to be downrange, but now I'm blind. So there you go. Thank you, honey. And see, I think the first couple out of the barrel are your best shot. Well, I've never missed. Well, barring conditions outside of my control, I have missed very few times with a cold barrel. So, now, there was that one time I missed, but that was because my brother was a jerk. He said, "Here, take this ammo," and it was loaded with black powder. And yeah, my brother's a douche. It was funny. Okay, it was funny. There was miles. I'm talking miles of fire coming out the end of that rifle, and you couldn't see for 30 minutes for the smoke. In my defense, I did hit the deer. I just did not. The projectile was not traveling fast enough to have the desired effect. Oh, C-103, that means that you've been adopted into the family of you're now a part of the island of the misfit toys. It's not a bad thing. As long as you don't have to be the jack in the box, you're fine. Wait, somebody might have gone live. Nope. Just a Merry Christmas wish. There's been times in my life when I really thought my first name was Jack, and there was an S involved, but not the one I use normally. And for a long time, I thought my name was Richard, and I was kin to the heads down there in that little town. But
Is wanting someone to show you how to build an SHTF heater.
for inside your home, Truth Freeze? Truth.
Yeah, for your ways easy do-it-yourself economy for folks in
Well, you've got to be careful about DIY heat sources in like houses or apartments, because any DIY usually is an open flame, and open flames consume oxygen and emit carbon monoxide. Too little oxygen, too much carbon monoxide is bad for the human condition. So, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and whatever. Happy, Merry Winter Holiday to you too. Can't remember what I titled it last time. Is it like the old style pot bellies?
for sleeping.
Yeah. Long as you don't lose too much oxygen and gets too much of that carbon monoxide in there, you can sleep. You're still going to wake up with a headache. You're not going to feel well rested. Unless the fire goes out and the oxygen comes back up and you recover from the poisoning, you might be okay. But you're still going to have a hangover. Yeah. The hard part right now is even if you want to buy a wood burning stove, they're becoming rare as hens to you. I mean, I could put a set of plans up on Patreon for a wood burning stove that a guy could make. It's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be easy, and it takes special tools because working with steel makes tools. DIY heat, cheap, on the fly DIY heat is meant for outside of the home. Okay. I'm not firing up a barbecue pit or a hobo stove in my living room. That's not going to happen. Well, yeah, we need some backup ways, but you got to work into those. Now, buddy heaters and stuff like that are actually pretty good. The little radiant heat heaters that they sell at your big box stores, your home improvement stores and stuff like that, you can get a regulator and one of those small propane tanks, and that small propane tank will run that confined space safe space heater for 20 something hours or whatever. That's an option if it's very cold. Hey, Killdeer.
one said it's just an old cast pot belly. Not sure how old my grandpa was. It was one of the good ones.
It's one of the good ones. Is it the round kind or the long one? How many burner plates does it have on top? Would you, ALS, will you text my wife a picture of that? I know y'all got each other's phone number because y'all know too much about me and stuff. So I don't want y'all to try to pretend like y'all don't talk behind my back. Well, actually, she's right in front of my face, so technically. I know y'all talk. I know y'all talk. I know y'all talk. But I think you're fixing to give something away that you don't want to give away. I mean, if you don't give it away, I just might be willing to drive over there to Georgia and get it. Not the buddy heater, the pot belly. I know what a buddy heater looks like, I think. You're tired. I'm sorry, Lily. Why are you tired? You haven't been out pretending to open your presents all. You've been practicing opening presents all day, haven't you? It's on the front porch. Oh, hey. That's where people put them here too. Had Christmas early. Oh well, no, I guess it's not technically early anymore. We used to do Christmas on Christmas Eve when I was a kid. Then we stopped doing Christmas, and then so yeah. Now, just to let each other know that we're still alive or whatever. Some of the people still send Christmas cards. I'm trying to remember when the last time I wasted a stamp on a Christmas card was. Been a really, really long time. I am the Grinch who stole Christmas, and I ain't giving it back. Not gonna let some little girl melt my heart. Okay, well, maybe just the backpack worth, and maybe some toys worth, and some notebooks. But that's it. Still not gonna blame it on Christ. How long I've been doing this? Anyway, hopefully next week back on the schedule. I don't know if Staff Sergeant's going to do his Monday night thing or not. I haven't got an email notification or anything. Now, just for the record, there might be some people that get that y'all won't be able to see in the chat from now. Yeah, candy's good for you when you're tired.
$30. What can she buy $30 on herself for bread?
Well, what do you need, little sister?
Gadget.
don't know. $30, it won't quite buy you a buddy heater. You can buy a lot. I don't know. It depends what you need. $30 buy you a pretty decent haversack. You don't have one of those. $30 will probably be most of the way to a pretty decent little tent. Well, we paid 40 something for that little 2-man we got. It's real light. That won't work for her.
Because she's got 3.
3. I don't know. I don't.
It's 2 people, but it's not gonna fit 3 people.
I would have to come to your house and go through all your stuff.
Oh gosh.
To know what you needed to spend $30 on. Besides just say, hey, go buy a bag of rice, because they're about, well, you go buy a bag. $30 will buy you a bag of rice and a bag of beans, and you could get some chocolate. Chocolate keeps really well.
Toilet paper doesn't go bad.
Toilet paper doesn't go bad. You do realize that Baker's chocolate lasts forever? Just so you all know. In case anybody wants to like store Baker's chocolate and make me cookies in the apocalypse, because I like chocolate.
That powdered cocoa in the can, pretty chill.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, I'll just jump right in. That's one of the things that I'm working on in the deal. There's been a bunch of people say, hey, there's ads and stuff, and I click the monetize deal. I let them put an ad on my stuff because that gets me out in front of more people or whatever. I don't have any control over what the ads are. Yeah, not getting rich. 2 years and 4 months.
Yeah, but you can't count that because you didn't get over monetized number amount until October.
From October to December, October to December, and this includes super chats, and all you people that have done that, y'all are awesome, because that other number was really sad. Super chats and everything in October to December was $100. $128. And I got, somebody sent me a backpack and some disgusting mints. Not a back, what do you call that thing? A hammock and some disgusting mints. That's my my total take. The mints aren't any good. Okay, not any good. The hammock is awesome sauce. I like it. I mean, people are telling me it needs like a bug net and stuff, and like underquilt and all that, but maybe. I don't plan on camping in a hammock in the wintertime. So. Yeah, the little stainless steel cook sets are nice. That would be something, LS, that you could get yourself. And they like, yeah, that would be something good. But a little gadget or something that way, if you don't have one of the little stainless steel cook sets or whatever, I would strongly consider that. The one that's come through my house was actually for a giveaway or whatever. And I looked at it and I really liked it. I haven't got back around to buying me one. No, I had my hand on one today. I should have grabbed it for myself. But I'm saving money for a rifle scope. So there you go. Well, then there you go. Never mind. You're way ahead of the game. My stainless steel cook set is still dog water bowls. They're 99 cents a piece. They're made out of stainless steel. They're ultra light. They're gonna last forever. Well, they won't last forever, but yeah. I carry 2 of those and my pipe plate, and no worries.
Nothing wrong with finding bargains.
There's nothing wrong with. Uh, if my bag wasn't in my truck, I'd pull my water bottle out and show it to you. I paid 99 cents for it at the thrift store. Stainless steel water bottle. I mean, when they first started doing the thing, yeah, they got the aluminum ones too, but they, people were getting them with their logos and stuff put on them, and they were giving them away at office parties and stuff. And people put them in the garage sale. Nobody wanted them. They wound up at Goodwill or the blind store or whatever. And you buy them for 99 cents or an $8 or $10 water bottle, and so they say some corporate logo or whatever. Can you say sandpaper or really hot water? We'll take most of that vinyl off, honestly. Well, is that the same thing as getting you something, mademoiselle?
She doesn't have to worry about her husband dying from tainted water. That would be good.
Stop being the wife over there. We're talking. This is Christmas money. There's like.
You don't want to be an SHTF by herself.
There's Santa Claus laws out there. You can't spend Santa Claus money on other people. Santa Claus will get mad and not eat the cookies. Oh yeah. You mean this one? This is like $30, wasn't it? Like 28 or something? 24, 25 or something? But it'll either fit my small stainless steel bottle or an Algene bottle. It's got the carry lid for this one. The carry lid fits on either one of the deals. So after you put your drinking nipple on your bottle, you can put your little carry doodle flicky on there. And I don't know what that is. I haven't taken it out of the box because it was a gift, and I'm holding it. It's precious to me. I got this really cool stainless steel bottle somewhere too. Oh, yeah.
That's in my hiking bag.
This one, Nalgene. My wife loves me. My wife bought me this. And
yeah, because I don't want to be an SHTF by myself.
Yeah, that way you can't die and make me carry all the stuff myself. Is that, or I'll always have. This is because she thinks that Hebrews in the Bible actually means that I'm supposed to make the coffee. And that way I'll have water so I can make her coffee. So. Steam distillers are a good deal. They're not hard to make. But they're not the easiest thing to make in SH, in a grid down. Because, to make one and make it work, there has to be a seal. You have to create pressurized, low pressure water vapor. Okay. And the water vapor has to travel outside of the container of its own fruition. Okay. So the liquid in the container has to continually boil, and creating steam, which tries to exit the distiller has to go through a cooling coil and into a catchment tank. The catchment has to be vented to allow for fluid to go in and for the air to go out. There's a lot that goes into a still. They're not impossible to make, but I could go round up the. I could probably build one for. I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth. I could probably build one for $50, maybe 60. Wouldn't be easy to make it happen. Now, if you had a brand new jerry can, gasoline, a metal jerry can that has never had fuel in it, you've already won the fight. Okay. But it has to be a clean jerry can, metal jerry can that has never had fuel in it. And you can make it happen relatively easy. You got to buy a couple of fittings and some tubing, and that's about it. Yeah. See, now if I built one and sold it, I wouldn't be able to sell it for less than $300 because I charge a lot for my labor. I got a green card, so I'm expensive because I have to pay my taxes. And mine stuff's not coming on over here on a slow boat, putting a bunch of guys out of work. So there you go. Now I can draw you a picture. I could draw a picture on how to do it, and then you can go do it yourself. But how many people are going to want to build one when they can just, run their credit card and wait for it to get there and then let it sit in a box and never actually make their own water? The other thing about it is when let's say you put, say you use a 5-gallon jerry can and you can't fill it all the way to the top because it doesn't work that way. So you put 4 gallons of water in it. As soon as you've made 2 gallons of distilled water, you've got to get rid of that other 2 gallons. Okay. You got to take that water and pour it out. You can't distill 4 gallons of water you can't make 4 gallons of distilled water out of 4 gallons of dirty water because your jerry can will get full of sediment and it will start. That sediment will eat on. It would work for a while, but it would not be a long-term thing. You'd wind up having to take a hammer and knock the stuff off and everything, and eventually you would wind up tearing up your jerry can. Well, I'd have to see where I could get a jerry can. I've got jerry cans out there, but they've all got fuel in them. Still think they're the best way to store your fuel. Hey, Grouchy dude. Yeah, you ain't having to work, are you, brother? Probably. And everybody's got a crossbow with me. I don't got a crossbow. When I was at BA's house, if I'd have whined just a little bit longer and fawned over the one he had just a little bit longer, he said he would have gave it to me. But I didn't want to lose my man card, so I quit looking at it and drooling over it. It was actually getting kind of awkward because that little crossbow always got cool as crap, man. But BA is a good dude. You just have to meet him in person. I've been looking at the ones on CH Cadell on clearance, but somebody said sometimes the trigger's like jacked up, so I don't know. Thought about making my own crossbow, but man, that's like if y'all want to buy me a machine shop, seriously, if y'all want to buy me a machine shop, feel free. Okay? Feel free to buy me a machine shop. I don't even want much. A lathe, an end mill. I would kind of like a boring machine, but I can make do with a lathe. I'm just saying. But the lathe would have to have some attachments, which might make it more affordable on y'all just to go ahead and buy me the boring machine. No pressure. Back in the day, I actually went and got money out of the bank so I could give Christmas money, and then we bought presents. So I'm just gonna spend the Christmas money on me. I get Christmas money, but I got it from me. You got a vertical mill? I know some with a little tiny lathe. I could make little things on it. I just couldn't do anything big. You know, I think it's got maybe a 2-inch swing, 2 or 3-inch swing. Which, if I was working with round stock, wink, wink. But it's only an 18 or 20-inch bed, so I'm limited to 18 or 20 inches of whatever, and you're not going to put a hole in something. You're not going to put a hole in 20 inches of material with a 20-inch bed. You know, if it had a hollow core on the chuck, you could go through the machine, but there's no way to guarantee that you're zeroed on the back side through the chuck, and y'all really don't care. So I haven't done any machining in 20 years. I think I could pick it back up though. I love it. It's like playing with toys. It's like Legos for grown-ups. You just got to be patient. You got to do math. Vertical mill is probably the most important thing. If you've got a vertical mill with a good bed and the good vices and stuff on it and the right dies, you can chump out just about anything. Yeah. I mean, if you've been the guy responsible for keeping anything running for any length of time, West Wind, you learn how to do all kinds of stuff. He is a MacGyver. I mean, that stuff I learned in airframe, I mean, I've used it on everything. And the stuff I learned in the engineering thing, can't remember the nomenclature for it now. I've used every bit of it. But I'm pretty handy around a lathe, and I can't do the CNC stuff. That I hate that. I hate CNC machines. They're the coolest things on the planet as far as getting something done or machining something, because you don't really have to do anything. You change the dies, put the material in it, hit go. But you're just the on-off switch and an articulated robot to change the parts for the actual robot that does the work on when you're a CNC operator. Some guy in a t-shirt and flip-flops is actually the guy doing the work on the CNC when he's putting that information on that thumb drive or whatever.
The plaster of Paris will hold it.
Who's
Grouchy dude.
no.
It can't take hardly any heat.
Yeah, plaster of Paris ain't gonna work for that. You need fire bricks, and they make a high temp mortar or whatever, which actually you don't have to mortar them together. But they sell a refractory mix or whatever that you can pour, and then you put the fire bricks on top of it, and blah blah blah. I could build one. I just hadn't, talked myself into going and spending $100 on the stuff. And see, that little lathe that I know about, I mean, a guy could do all kinds of woodwork, but a woodworking lathe, I mean, you're pretty much you're making round stuff. Or at least one of the profiles is going to be round. It's just a rule. I don't know. No, I think you might be able to make a what do you call it? A cast out of it. I've cast aluminum in it, but and Merry midwinter holiday to you too. I gotta stick with my theme of being inclusive. Merry Christmas, just in time. I'm trying to be all coexisting and stuff. I do most of my woodworking with a hatchet and a pocket knife and a jitterbug sander. No lie. Sometimes I use a machete. But anywho, I actually checked my time when I got on here, and there are people with families and stuff, so I'm gonna let y'all get off of here and go hug those people that annoyed you when you were a child. Kiss the lady that wouldn't let you have extra pie when you were a kid. Just,
for my own 4G play, your light, sodium sulfate.
Yeah, sodium silicate's a pretty good bonding agent, but be careful about any dust or anything off of, if you break it. Yeah, everybody happy, merry, whatever doesn't offend you day-ish, whatever.
Chainsaw is not control.
Yeah. I've seen some guys do some amazing stuff with the chainsaw. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, seriously. So, but anyway, folks, I'm gonna get off here. I've actually got family too. Just wanted to go live. I hadn't been live in for days now. Yeah, I gave everybody an excuse to escape the family for a minute. I cheated. I was over here doing this while my wife was wrapping presents. I know we don't do Christmas or whatever, but we do have grandchildren, and we're not going to get them something. Okay, I mean that would just be inhuman. They are in school with all these kids that get stuff from their people for Christmas. I'm not going to put a 4-year-old and a 11-year-old through that. It's not going to happen. So, anyway, love one another the way God loves you. Okay, it's not hard to do. Every once in a while, it doesn't hurt to put aside your differences and just accept somebody for who they are. At least long enough for them to see that there may be something to the way you believe also. There's no reason to spew hate all the time. There's no reason not to say Merry Christmas just because you don't believe in Christmas. Okay. I love all y'all. Seriously, y'all still alive? Do not die. And maybe we can all get back together in an hour and a half if BA goes live. Probably not, but if not, I shall see you not Tuesday. I'm not going live on Christmas. Okay. In case y'all were wondering, I'm not going to be there. Okay, I might premiere something. I'll do a long video. I'll premiere it, and if y'all want to come in, we'll hang out there. Okay. Anyway, love ya. Y'all still up. Don't die. I'm really gonna click the button.